Welcome to Coors Light College Football Saturday.
Students and fans have camped out all night at Ames, while cars have lined up as early as 5 a.m. this morning for the 59th renewal of the Cyhawk Series between Iowa and Iowa State on College Football Saturday, presented by KFC. Rivalry. It stirs the spirit. The contest, unpredictable. The spectacle, awesome. The outcome is thrilling, or it can be heartbreaking. And the story, never-ending. Today, Iowa and Iowa State once again will be fighting for pride, honor, respect, and above all, 365 days of bragging rights. The Cyclones and Hawkeyes since 1894. A tradition as classic as college football in the fall. The battle begins now. So the emotions running high. It all started back in 1894. The Hawkeyes and the Cyclones. First, when we come back, though, Michael Eaves, Marcus Allen in our Coors Light studio. Well, we talked about the emotions. They are going to be strong in this one.
The entire focus of the state is on the game.
This is 1 week, I think, from border to border. People are talking about the game, and I think it's fantastic.
It's big for us, and it's big for the state of Iowa. It's one of those games that we really need to win this year.
You're watching Big 12 College Football Saturday, presented by KFC. On a magnificent afternoon in Ames, the Cyclones take their home field. And welcome back to Jack Trice Stadium. It is a record-setting day. I've never seen a crowd this large in this ballpark as we head downstairs now to Jim Knox. Knoxy.
Coach Rhodes, you know what this game's all about. You grew up here as a kid. You came to this game many a times. How special is it as the head coach coaching in this game?
It's extremely passionate in my blood. It's extremely passionate to the people of this state. It's a privilege to be the head coach at this university and be able to lead a football team in this game.
You have to keep your emotions intact to win this thing. What did you tell your team right before taking the field?
To have fun.
Best of luck, Coach.
I talked about how perfect it was. Ultimate conditions. Well, the humidity may be up a little bit, but temperature-wise, 75, almost no wind whatsoever. And now you have to control those emotions. As Paul Rhodes just said, and he grew up in Ankeny, what, 10 minutes away? Just have fun. Enjoy and savor, but don't get carried away.
Like I said in the open, passionate football. The team to play with passion first is going to be the team with the upper hand and is ultimately going to win this football game.
Mike Meyer tees it up. Iowa State won the toss, elected to receive, and we are underway. Iowa State. And it's going to be Josh Lenz bringing it back inside the 5. And a little stutter step gets him about 5 or 6 extra out to the 26-yard line. Marcus Collins on the special teams stop. So Steele Jance, the junior from Agoura Hills, California, the western part of the San Fernando Valley, at 6'3", 225 with his second start as the Cyclones quarterback.
That's what I love to see. Watching that tape from last week, Joel, you and I were watching it. Those last 2 drives, really solid decisions from Steele Jance. They're looking for more of the same from him here today. Always tough for a quarterback. His heart rate right now is as high as it's going to be the entire day. He wants to get out there and snap this football.
Let's take a look now at the KFC starting lineup. And offensively, they need a big day for their left tackle, who's a 4-year starter, the senior from Houston, Kelechi Osemele.
He's slowed by a bum ankle. Have to watch him and how he's moving around early in the game. Chantrell Johnson, this running back, did not have a great game last week, and they need production out of the running back position against Iowa. This is a team predicated on running the football. Paul Rhodes, blue-collar type of a guy, so Chantrell Johnson needs to have a big day today.
Nickelback comes in. And now a timeout has been called. The Hawkeyes want to slow things down, and why not? Opening drive of the game, 9 plays already. Quarterback draw, good call. Steele Jance inside the 5, first and goal. While we were away, Joel, we were talking about using his feet because he's hung in the pocket well with good protection.
He has used.
It's 3 straight wins for Iowa over Iowa State by a combined score of 85-15. So here we go on first and goal. Opening drive of the game. Started back at the Cyclones 26. Bad snap. And it gets away from Jance, the scramble, and it appears that Tanner Miller came up with a defensive back. From the 6, it'll be 2nd and goal. Check off at the line. Just got the play off. It's on the outside. Touchdown, Cavante Martin-Manley. He had a couple on that side available. And the Hawkeyes take the lead. So the Hawkeyes, an 82-yard drive on their first possession, and they are rolling once again. As we've completed the first 15 minutes of play in Ames, a 7-0 lead for the Hawkeyes for the Cy-Hawk Trophy at stake today. And you're watching Big 12 College Football Saturday, presented by KFC.
Been talking about this throughout the game, that is Jeremy Reeves and the smaller defensive backs of Iowa State going against the larger wide receivers of Iowa like Martin McNutt. Now talk to Jeremy Reeves, who's holding his ground so far. He told me before the game he thinks he can out-jump him. He actually dunks a basketball with 2 hands, but it's going to be interesting to see as Iowa moves the ball down the field. Just a fade route, corner of the end zone or so. McNutt clearly has the advantage in height.
McNutt on the short side. They double up on that side. And out of the gun. On a 3rd and about 9, the sack from behind. They get him down and around the 2-3-yard line. Ronnie Nelson, the junior from Miami.
A junior college kid from Yuba Community College. Started 2 years there, led the league in sacks. 16.
Trips in the backfield. Johnson slashes it, but puts it on the ground, and it's covered by the Hawkeyes once again. Picking it up, it was their linebacker, Tyler Nielsen, the senior from Humboldt. So 2 mistakes inside the red zone, inside the 10.
2 red zone turnovers so far. The fumbled snap from Steele Jans on the first possession of the game, and now Chantrell Johnson got to secure this with 2 hands. It looks like he does, but the arm comes in. That looks like Thomas Nardo, the defensive tackle for Iowa, getting his big right paw on that football, drawing it out. Huge.
That block with Jonathan Gibb, the junior from Houston, a fullback at 6'3", 240. Coker, and it's on the ground. Do the Cyclones get it right back? Yes, Iowa State recovers.
Marcus Coker giving it right back to Iowa State. Leonard Johnson, the undersized corner, 5'10", 200 pounds, like a missile right at the football. That is textbook tackling under the pads of Marcus Coker. Pad on the football, knocks it out, and now Iowa State back in business. Back-to-back.
This week, don't forget, when they were down in the final 5 on 4th and 10, he threw a 26-yard touchdown. In fact, they scored 2 touchdowns in the final 5 to escape with a 1-point win. Now, on 3rd down, touchdown in the corner, Darius Reynolds. Taller wide receivers, Reynolds, the senior from Woodbridge, Virginia.
Thrown inside. So the cat and mouse game, that's where the coordinators come into play.
It'll be Geyer for the point after, the senior from Urbandale, Iowa. And a brand new ball game on the fumble by Coker. That was recovered at the Hawkeye 12. Reynolds on the touchdown toss from Steele Jans. Cy-Hawk game, all of a sudden a new one. 7:40 left in the half and a 3-point Hawkeye lead. Josh Lenz had a touchdown on a punt return last year. Takes the high spiral from Guthrie. Making a miss. Has to avoid his own man, but it cost him. Good field position again as he's across the 40. Out to the 43-yard line. So Grant Mahoney 2 for 5 in his career in the Cyhawk series at least. The senior from Marion, Iowa, with a 54-yard attempt. On its way. And he's got plenty of distance. It's all even at 10.
What a kick.
That was good from 64, by the way. That was a good 10 yards.
From 54
yards. Right, with cushion.
Plenty of leg for Mahoney. It's just a question if he can keep it between the uprights. A great shot from the fellas. Spin of the laces. Solid contact. Head down. Buries it. What a kick. Ties the score at 10.
Shades of Mason Crosby. Shades of elevation like Boulder. But what an entertaining start. Almost like 2 games. The first 15 minutes, all Iowa. They control the line of scrimmage. And then it shifted to Iowa State. And that'll do it. So we are dead even, the way it should be, at the break. And better than 56,000 really enjoying it and savoring every moment of it. Let's head downstairs. Jim Knox.
All right, thank you, Joe. Coach, what momentum booster right here. Mahoney gets the 53-yard right before half. You guys battle back, and we're all knotted up at 10.
Yeah, great kick, great composure by him. We finally stopped playing giveaway and started playing takeaway a little bit. We're executing pretty good as an offensive football team. We got to not hurt ourselves with those turnovers.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the time. Thank you very much. Coming up next, we head to the Coors Light studio. We're at halftime. Ames, Iowa. Cyclones, Hawkeyes, all tied at 10 apiece.
Pocket holds up, and collision course, ball comes out. The man who created the collision, Kirksey, may have also come up with it. Is it a completion and a fumble? Yes.
Branderhorst comes over the middle. Another accurate throw. The backup tight end, boy, he didn't have a lot of time. I'm sure that this one's going to be reviewed.
Mike Meyer had a 42-yard field goal in the first half. The length of an extra point. A 20-yard attempt. On its way, and points off the turnover. And a lead for the Hawkeyes. So the 20-yard field goal after the turnover gives Iowa a 13-10 lead. And a game marked by turnovers and points off turnovers, giving Iowa the 13-10 lead early in the second half. 9:27 left in the third. Joel Myers, Joel Klatt, Jim Knox. And now Mike Meyer kicks it away. It'll be Josh Lenz close to the boundary at the 5. And a nice little crease up the middle. Makes the kicker miss, but is dragged down in a touchdown saving tackle. A good job of the defensive back making the play, Jansen Watson. That's a return of 50 yards. Big time play for the Cyclones. Coors Light, great game break time. Let's head to Michael Eaves. Now,
no one completes a ball thrown out of bounds.
Graham Mahoney has got a 54-yarder, so he's staying out there. This time it's going to be a 42-yard try. The 54-yarder in the first half, it was good from 60-plus easy. Can he tie it up? No. Got cooked. Off his foot, it was wide left. I know that. All right, thank you, Michael. No shot there. It'll be a gain of about 7. Make it 2nd and 8. after the play fake. Good pocket protection. And it's Davis again for the first down. That looked more like it.
And finally for
first down for the 47. Now, looking deep and looking for McNutt. It floats, and it's batted away because it caught up in the air. Flag on the play, Jeremy Reeves on the cover. Mike Meyer trying just beyond the 40. It'll be between 50 and 51 yards away for a 6-point lead. Does it stay inside the upright? Yes. A 50-yarder officially for Meyer. So he is 3 for 3 on the day, and that is definitely a huge difference after the miss we just saw for Paul Rhodes at Iowa State. Hawkeyes by 6 with 3:58 left in the third. You know, we talk about rivalries, and this is a really spirited, good one, a very intense one. Kirk Ferentz was talking about it with us earlier in the week, and he said when he came here in 1981 on Hayden Fry's staff that he didn't appreciate the series enough, and also the intensity of the rivalry. Little bubble, and it works. Look out. There goes Aaron Horn. Will they catch him? Inside the 30 on an angle. He's out inside the 20 all the way down to the 17. Give him the 16. Huge play. Miller had the angle. 57 yards.
Executed perfectly. The bubble screen. I love Aaron Horn's patience, not running into the middle of the defense too soon, allowing the hole to open up. Jans accurately hits him, and it's down the rail.
Johnson flipped on the way by. He's put down as he's hit at about the 12. Kirksey. Johnson will take it again. Little lane, not much. If he gets outside of Josh Lenz, does he have more if he turns the corner? He decided to go inside of Lenz. Caught the congestion at the 8.
Wide receivers have done a nice job of blocking on the perimeter for Iowa State. That's where they've had most of their success, is running on the perimeter with Chantrell Johnson.
They need 2. Rhythm and tempo. Now, set it so Iowa can't change their personnel.
Man to man, gonna get a blitz here.
Will they go the other way? You called it. Here he comes. The throw, corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Iowa State. Josh Lenz on the receiving end.
This is what makes it difficult to blitz against Iowa State, as they call plays from the press box. You saw him look over to the sidelines. They get the perfect play. Josh Lenz to the corner on a crossing route with the outside receiver. A defender gets picked off, and that's an easy 6. Easy throw for Steele Jans.
Now Zach Geyer, the important one, to put him up by 1. It's a 1-point lead for the Cyclones. Trying to snap a 3-game losing streak to the Hawkeyes.
They're going to try to blitz from the bottom. That leaves man-to-man coverage up here. As soon as you go to the corner, it's extremely difficult for an inside defender to cover Lenz all the way to the corner. He just makes the move inside, now to the outside. Easy throw and catch for 6 points. Steele Jans finally gets those feet underneath him, accurately delivers it for the touchdown.
Didn't sail that time. It is the first lead of the afternoon. And we're about 2.5 hours old into this game, and Iowa State finally on top.
I'm surprised Iowa blitzed all day long. They've had success staying in their base defense. They finally got out of that, blitzed from the bottom, from the short side of the field, and Steele Jans and Iowa State made them pay because they.
So we have played 45 minutes of very entertaining rivalry football. It's a 1-point lead for the Cy-Hawk Trophy for the Cyclones of Iowa State. They lead it 17-16. And you're watching Big 12 College Football Saturday, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
I think he heard Christian Kirksey, number 20, the linebacker, coming from his weak side linebacker position.
And Branderhorst had already talked to him about him.
Yes, he did. Kirksey's the one who caused the fumble earlier in the game.
Right. Knocked it away from a sandwich of Branderhorst. So now 3rd and 7 from the 12. Good pocket protection. Now, the wheels of steel. Chance gets him a first down. Boy, the escape ability. Guess it's time for a Coors Light game break to Michael Ames.
Yeah, Joe, 27-22.
Thanks, guys. Good one going there. And what a great one going here. At 17-16, a first down. Steel Jance with James White and a lead block. Breaks the tackle for about 8. Give him 7. Mo certainly on the side of the Cyclones right now.
There's no question, and the offensive line is feeding off of it. Able to run the football against the physical Iowa front. This is exactly what Iowa did not want, is the momentum late in the game in the 4th quarter on Iowa State's side.
2nd and short. White again. And he stretches for the first down. Stopped by Kirksey. Otherwise, he's into the secondary. He's into the next level, and he's fast.
Even though he's a small guy, 5'8", 184, going up against Kirksey, who's 6'2", 215. How about the second effort after contact? Keeping his balance, reaching out, moving the chains. Iowa State doing a great job. Detailed offense, execution for the Cyclones.
Low snap from the 35. Jance in trouble. Boy, what about the footwork, though, to get out and get the completion to Darius Reynolds. Another first down. All of a sudden, Jance is getting pretty comfortable back there.
He is making people miss, getting himself on the outside. Reynolds does exactly what he's supposed to do and comes all the way across the field from the right to the left, getting open for his quarterback once his quarterback is out of the pocket. Execution for Iowa State.
That's exactly what he closed out with.
Great.
It'll be 2nd and 11. It's a floater over the middle, and Chantrell Johnson got away on the mismatch with the linebacker Tyler Nielsen. A little back against the linebacker, brought down by Sleeper.
Good formation from Iowa State. An empty backfield, no running back, spreading out the defense. Iowa retaining their 2-safety look. 2 safeties back deep in the field. That creates a one-on-one mismatch on the short side with a linebacker. Iowa State exploits it.
This drive started back at the 9 of the Cyclones. It's now a 1st and 10 of the Hawkeyes 37. Good zone read on the option. 9 on first down. Jance is doing everything right, and that handoff goes to Chantrell Johnson.
Hey, how about Chris Young, number 15, the wide receiver, a solid block on the outside. They've had room on the perimeter only because of the selfless play by the wide receivers, getting on their blocks and staying on them for Chantrell Johnson.
Chris Young, a junior, Austin, Texas. 2nd and short. Johnson tripped up, but still gets what he needed for the first down to the 24. And what is Osemele doing about 15 yards downfield?
He's burying people.
Right, trying to get a safety.
He's burying people.
Here comes the heat. Isolation on the outside. It would have been a phenomenal grab by Reynolds. Greg Castillo was a blanket on him, though. Give him credit, too, the junior from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And for almost 5 minutes, 11 plays, 67 yards. Now a 2nd and 10. Ton of time. Underneath it goes, and knee is down for James White at the 20. Short gain of about 4. So the teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. Now 3rd and 6. The blitz. And it comes out. It's incomplete. Well timed. They tried to get Lenz over the middle. What a Shaq Geyer. This time on the field for a 38-yard attempt. Never out of prayer. So Mahoney hooked the last one. Now Geyer blocks this one out to the right. And a break for the Hawkeyes. That's 6 left that could have been there. And an 8-point lead, or at least a 7-point lead, rather, for the Iowa State Cyclones. Missed opportunities, and the Hawkeyes get it back. one-point game. We welcome you back to Ames, Iowa. 10:20 left in regulation. And Paul Rhodes now in his third season. As we talked about it before, was here with Dan McCarney. He's had some big moments already here. Nebraska beating them in Lincoln. All the turnovers by the Huskers, winning the Inside Bowl at the end of the 2009 season. And how about beating Texas last year?
In Austin, first ever win by an ISU team over Texas down in Austin. Now he's got a chance to throw this one on that list. This would be a huge win for Paul Rhodes if his team can hang on in the last 10-20.
It would be his first over Kirk Ferentz. A bullet to McNutt. And that was a better throw, wasn't it, from Vandenberg? Steven Staggs into the game for one of the few times. Down on 2nd and 10. Coker adjusting efficiently out of the backfield. Not a bad cut. First down across the midfield stripe to the 48. He's been one of their big problems. This week, a different story. Iowa's just 4 for 11 on their third down drive. So the 9-minute mark approaches. And now, crucial, 3rd and 4 for the Hawkeyes, down by 1. Vandenberg, quarterback draw. He wants it himself. He'll get it. He's got the first down by a couple of yards to the 36. Not a shock on the call. I like it. 3rd, 5. Ball at the 31 of the Cyclones. Hawks looking for 5 to keep the drive alive. Down by 1, Joel.
I like Marvin McNutt, number 7 at the top of your screen.
He's on the short side of the field with 2 to each side. Vandenberg ran a shotgun or a quarterback draw last time. Now, ton of time, and there you go. McNutt coming across on the shadow cross to the 5. 1st and goal near the 2. Good call.
Marvin McNutt is the best playmaker that Iowa has. As good as Iowa State has played against him, the ball has got to be in his hands in crunch time, and this was it. A 3rd down. A good, accurate pass from Vandenberg, allowing McNutt to continue to run yards after the catch. And then he shows you his athleticism, getting it all the way inside the 5.
Coker in the eye behind Gibb. Power formation. 3 tight end set. It's Coker carrying him to the 1. 2nd and goal from there as the clock rolls inside of 6:20 remaining in regulation. Sounds like a quarter.
See if they go back to that here.
Needs 15, almost 16 to keep the drive alive. Little twist up front, but a ton of time. Now Jantz going back the other way. He's got him. First down. And guess who? Aaron Horn again. The young man he hooked up with so often in junior college at City College of San Francisco. He gets 19 for the first down.
You would normally cringe when a quarterback throws the ball back across his body across the field, but he had time to set his feet and make the throw.
That was a strike to the 45. Clock moving, 4:35 remaining. White stays in the backfield. We saw Johnson leave the game like he was cramping up. Now, Jantz bouncing out and making the most of the situation. We lost video earlier. Let's look back on the touchdown.
Well, first Iowa got down there because Marvin McNutt took it inside the 5 on the short little dump pass, and then Coker throws it in. Now going for 2. Iowa hits Davis, Keenan Davis, for the 2-point conversion, put him up 7. That's where we stand now, 24-17.
It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 41, little shovel action, and White ran into his own man. Give credit, though, underneath. What a play by George Forgy, the senior from Iowa Falls.
Yeah, Braden Burris, number 79, the offensive tackle, just got beat. Was it
10? If you don't get it, you might have to go for it anyway. And the clock moving close to the 3-minute mark. Here comes the blitz. Jantz running away. Will he get away? A flag on the play. And throwing into the end zone, wide open. Does it stand? He finds Chris Young, but a flag very early. A hold, it'll come back. Still, Steele Jans shows what he can do with those wheels.
Try to take a look. Looks like there's potentially a hold right here. That's Braden Burris again. That's Christian Kirksey, the outside linebacker. Just the slightest grab, and if he didn't have that gray glove next to the white jersey, I don't think that would have been called because it didn't change the direction of Kirksey as Steele Jans finds the touchdown, but it all comes back.
So now 3rd and 20. Jans, and he gets his man. It's incredible. Darius Reynolds knew he was going to take a shot. 1st and 10 of the 15. How about the throw?
What a throw from Steele Jans. That's exactly the throw you have to make in an intermediate ball down the sidelines. Watch him step up and drive the ball between the safety and the corner, not lofting it and allowing the safety to get over there. Perfectly thrown from Steele Jans.
Pulled it off on a good corner, Sean Prater. The drive is alive and well. 2:40 counting left in a 7-point game. From the 15. The Heat, and just out of the reach, going for the pylon and going for a long. How about that?
Reynolds knows that there's a safety there, but he trusts his quarterback. See how he drives the throw in and then brings it close to his body right when he catches it to protect himself? That's some experienced players right there. One a junior college transfer, the other a senior, Darius Reynolds.
He's back after missing 2009 with a leg injury. Back in a big way today. So the clock stopped, 2:32 to play. Underneath, close to the 1st down. He's down to the 6 on the completion. It's taken in by Darks, the senior from Austin, a co-captain.
Man-to-man on the outside, and a terrifically thrown ball by Steele Jans. Low for a slant route. You don't necessarily want to throw that high. He'll get hit.
30 yard. I don't think he got the 1st down. They'll measure, but it looks like it's going to be 4th and inches. So that'll stop the clock with 2:05 to play. They'll bring in the chains.
Credit Iowa for being ready. That was a quick snap.
Yeah, they tried to.
They ran up to the line of scrimmage, tried to snap that very quickly, and it'll depend on the spot.
It'll be 4th down. They say they don't need a measurement. 4th and inches. It didn't look like he got it near the 5.
Here's the drive, 4th down.
They're 3 of 3 in these situations so far over the first 2 games.
They're going to call a timeout and talk about exactly what they want to do.
So this is the ball game for the Cyclones. They only have 1 timeout on the board. 1:54 to play. And earlier you talked about a naked move potentially out on the edge by the quarterback. Let's see if there's something like that deception-wise.
The reason they're in this situation is because they've missed some opportunities. Some turnovers early in the game. Some missed field goals. It's the reason they're having to go for it on 4th down. The hook field goal by Mahoney. This is after he put a 54-yarder through at the end of the half. Geyer comes in, the other place kicker. He pushes it right. 1 left, 1 right. Again, they had some turnovers early in the red zone. 2 turnovers in the 1st half in the red zone. That's why they're in this situation. But on 4th down, your best player has to make a play. Iowa did that on their 3rd down conversion in the last drive with Marvin McNutt. Steele Jans is the best player for Iowa State. The ball has to be in his hands.
Woody is in the backfield. Remember Johnson left earlier like he had cramped up. This is the ball game. 4th and inches outside of the 5. Quarterback keeper. Jans has it. 1st and goal to the 4. Decisively gets the 1st down.
Excuse me, Iowa State.
Final 1:38. Clock rolling. Spread the defense again with 2 to each side. Over the middle, deflected. The tip ball falls incomplete. He had the tie. Second and goal. Low snap. Chance. It's batted down. Kirksey this time punches it away for the intended target. So he's trying to get Lenz the ball. Kirksey has had some kind of day.
He absolutely has. He's been all over the field, sacking the quarterback. He's been terrific in coverage. The drop snap hurts the play. They were trying to go back to the same play that they had just run when Lenz was wide open in the end zone. Kirksey read it beautifully and was there to bat that ball down.
They bring in Tanner Miller, bring in the extra defensive back. Out of the gun, Woody stays in there flanking. Steele jams, third and goal. Quarterback keeper, he's faking it, now scrambles away from pressure. Corner of the end zone, touchdown Iowa State. Do you believe it? It's Darius Darks. Steele Jans has been escaping all day, so we shouldn't be surprised.
This was 100% Steele Jans. They're trying for the jump pass. Remember the fourth down play? They ran the quarterback ISO. They're trying to fake that play and then jump and throw the pop pass to the tight end. He's got to peel all the way back around and then finds Darks in the corner of the end zone, forcing the defenders to make a decision. And a terrific catch, securing it 1 foot down. Darks, touchdown. What a drive by Steele Jans. This kid is absolutely impressive, maturing as a Division I quarterback, FBS quarterback, right before our eyes.
Paul Rhodes, well, okay, got the score. Now the extra point.
Well, he's thinking about the decision he's about to make. He's thinking to himself, do I go for two here?
The one thing, when you said to Paul Rhodes at the end of our discussion earlier this week, what do you feel confident about? And he said, I feel confident that Steele Jans is not going to turn over 3 times like he did in the opener. No doubt in our mind, Steele Jans, I don't know how he got away, though. That's the key to the entire play.
Gets all the way out to the right side. This is what they were looking at. Did Dark secure the catch? Yes, he did. His right foot was down. Touchdown, Iowa State. But the play 100% made by Steele Jans in the backfield.
Well, here it is. Zach Geyer, the senior from Urbandale, Iowa. Trying to tie things up. It's all even. Minute 17 to play. Couldn't ask for a better day in Ames, Iowa. What a matchup. And we've had some great games in the past. The Cy-Hawk moments all brought to you by Iowa Corn. In 2002, Kinnick Stadium, Iowa City, Fred Russell had a big day. 46-yard touchdown run. He had 133 on the day, but it was Seneca Wallace who had the final word. They came from behind and won at 36-31. What an athlete, Seneca Wallace. Jack Trice Stadium in 2003, Iowa returning the favor. Nathan Chandler hitting Maurice Brown with a big score, a 17-yard strike. Nate Kading had 4 field goals on the day, and Iowa pounded him 40-21. And then in 2007, once again, at Jack Trice, Rhett Culbertson tying the school record with 5 field goals, including the game winner, one that is second on the clock. Iowa State prevailing by 2, 15-13. And that was their last win in the series, losing 3 consecutive games. Will we? Over 55,000 in Ames, Iowa. The annual battle. It all started back in 1894. Iowa and Iowa State, and we are going to overtime. Joel Myers, Joel Klatt, Jim Knox, and boy, plenty of activity, especially for the senior Marvin McNutt, and then the Cyclones had an answer.
First of all, Iowa had to get that conversion down, and Marvin McNutt got it for him. Coker puts it in the end zone. Then the 2-point conversion. How big is that completion right there from Vandenberg? But Iowa State, Steele Jans, extending plays all over the field, including the touchdown. This ball driven to the sidelines. Reynolds takes it in on 3rd and 20. Try to do the old Tim Tebow jump pass. Is able to find the end zone anyways.
First snap of overtime. Coker with Matt Myers, the fullback, comes out in the eye. So single to each side, a very familiar situation for Hawkeye fans. A formation they've seen a lot. Now let's see if they can succeed. Going to McNutt right away. Boy, they bracketed him, didn't they?
They were
inside
trying.
the 20.
Jake Knott flew out of there immediately. As soon as he read pass, he was trying to give underneath help to the corner on that side, Leonard Johnson, because Marvin McNutt has been the only weapon for Iowa in this second half. Iowa State understands that right now. They're trying to.
A little more than 4. Coker, good shift at the line and right at the marker. I think he's got enough for the first down to the 15. Power formation. Only McNutt outside. Unbalanced to the right side. That's where Coker heads. And waits for the pursuit to slide as he gets 5 more, but that was top heavy. Wide side of the field. Unbalanced look. 3 tight end formation. Short side. Strong side. Coker weaving his way. Taking him on, and he's got another first down. First down inside the 5. Jacquet. So here you go, 1st and goal. Ball at the 4. First possession of overtime. Coker diving. Is he in? No official word. Linesman running it. Gets it to him. Late, but he got it. It'll be reviewed. There's no question.
Looks at the end of the run like that ball is across.
But
his knees are down, though. That looks like maybe after his knees were down. Hard to tell there, but just a terrific series for Coker and the Iowa offensive line.
For the referee.
The ruling of a touchdown stands.
And don't you think Ferentz's decision was influenced by his field position when his return man put the ball on the ground and couldn't? They had it at their 20. Couldn't get it out of the end zone.
Absolutely, that was influenced by that. But also,
now, Mike Meyer, who's been perfect today. The extra point. He continues to be dead on. So the first 7 of overtime, the Iowa Hawkeyes. We'll see what the side. Making sure he is ready in case it continues. On the sideline, he's not going to cramp up. Marcus Coker, who just scored the touchdown for the Hawkeyes. Now the Cyclones trying to get the equalizer. Chantrell Johnson back into the game, and fresh bouncing outside. It'll be 1st and goal, and a horse collar from behind, I believe, will take it even closer. Now they're going to put him at the 11, but half the distance potentially.
good burst. Here's Johnson. A decisive run, nice cut to the outside. Boy, showing some extremely solid burst there. And you see Hyde with the grab of the horse collar. Takes it even closer to about the 5.5-yard line.
First and goal. And Chance takes it inside the 5. Gets there because they were trying to sub in. Timeout. It looked like they were trying to call a timeout. Didn't get it. And Kirk Ferentz was as they dropped Chance at the 4. Now it's going to be 3rd and goal, but Kirk Ferentz was running down the line trying to get a timeout.
I think
3rd and goal. Lost about a half-yard on that play.
Looks again like man-to-man coverage, so it looks like they're going to blitz.
Chance looking into the corner. Knocked away at the last second from Lenz. What a play by Micah Hyde.
Terrific coverage from Micah Hyde. They went back to the same play that they ran for a touchdown earlier in the game. Lenz to the corner. Chance, this is an accurate throw, but just terrific coverage by Micah Hyde, the junior. 6'1", 190, right on his hip. Speaking of Lenz, goes up with the right hand, bats it away, and avoids contact.
Well, you want a timeout? I think Paul Rhodes wants a timeout now on 4th and goal.
Game right now.
Well, he's got Trips over on the near side. Aaron Horn, one of his favorite targets, short side. The ball game on the line. Looking for Horn. He's got it. Check that. Darius Reynolds instead. Makes no difference. Extra point coming up. Wow. He threw it in almost a jump ball situation. The recognition by Reynolds was better.
So similar to the first touchdown of the entire game for Iowa State. The back shoulder fade. Jans never set his feet. That's why it's a little bit further inside, but Reynolds just fights Castillo to the ball, gets a touchdown. What a play on 4th down.
Zach Geyer, the extra point. Will we go to a second overtime? Yes. It is all even at 31. Darius Reynolds with his second touchdown of the day. But first, a great one. Option. Short side read, nothing there. James White, the running back. Maybe a yard. And Prater choked off the play of the senior from Omaha.
Yeah, Nielsen as well, 45, did a nice job of stringing that option out. That's what you want, is make it to...
Now, if you can't get a first down, all of a sudden, what if? Because of the missed field goals earlier by Iowa State.
You'd think you've got to go back to Mahoney. He hit the 54-yarder.
Out of the gun. Chance with time. And a dart. That had to be with some zip on it. It's complete. Short of the first down, but a well-thrown one to the 16-yard line.
I thought there was too much cushion from Castillo, especially after Reynolds had already broken off his route. There's no deep offensive player there, so you've got to force the issue a little bit, try to come up there and bat that ball down. Too much cushion allows Reynolds the completion.
They need a yard. Inside give, James White, a little back, and I think he got enough. They give it to the linesman on the far side. He's got it.
That's a good play call versus that type of a defense, putting it right back up the middle of the formation.
Johnson, their leading rusher today with 108 yards, back into the game. He'll get it on a reverse, go the other way. They stay at home, though. Josh Lentz going nowhere. Boy, you talk about the dependability and just they don't beat themselves. That was the case, Prater and the Hawkeyes.
Every coach.
Jans with a good look over the middle. And now here's some heat. Throws it away. Wise decision. Third. Little guy White's back into the game. Trips on the wide side. Heat again. Now Jans has some room. He can get the first down. And he will. First and goal to the 2. Boy, the elusiveness of Steele Jans has been the key all day for Iowa State.
Number 58, LeBron Daniel, had an angle and just ran out of gas. How about these defenders just not having enough in the tank to chase down Steele Jans? Puts it inside the 5, first and goal.
He stays in the gun. From the 2. White goes low. He goes in. Touchdown, Iowa State. Advantage Paul Rowe to the Cyclones.
Nothing pretty about that play. Hand it off and let your big offensive line get it done. White finds a hole. Great leg drive, keeping his legs moving. Terrific balance. Gets himself into the end zone.
To go up by 7. Geyer gives him that advantage. Zach Geyer with the extra point. Relief for the Cyclones in Ames at a 7-point lead. Are we going to get to the point where we need 2 after scores?
Well, the most
guys ready to go from the 25. Same formation they started their first overtime. A single to each side in the eye. The tight end, the strong side, the top side. Brad Herman. He's like another lineman at 6'5", 260. It's Coker. Spinning to 2 and spinning right into the arms of Patrick Neal, the defensive end.
How about Tafa'o again in the backfield for Iowa? Number 45 for Iowa State has just been a beast. The senior from San Carlos, California, 5'11", about 240 pounds. The downhill player has played downhill today.
Well, what had Burnham told us? He was their best run guy. He was dead on that one. 2nd and 8 from the 23. The end around, McNutt looking to throw. The lefty does. It's short, and fortunately it's short. Going for Keenan Davis. Otherwise, it was going to be picked off.
Very fortunate. Was that Benton? Benton or Reeves? I think Reeves had the position on the inside. Faking to Coker. McNutt coming around. Your best wide receiver throwing a pass. Reeves almost picks it off and ends the game. Iowa very fortunate that this game is not over.
On 3rd down. Vandenberg with plenty of time. What a grab. Keenan Davis into the end zone. It floated like it was there for the taking for either side, and Davis got hungry in a hurry for 23 yards.
Excuse me, Davis.
Extra point. Good hold, good handle. We're even as we'll be right back to Ames. It's tied at 38. It is tied at 38 as we get ready for our 3rd overtime in Ames, Iowa. Joel Myers, Joel Klatt, Jim Knox. Wow, what a sensational college football Saturday. The float, and you said it perfectly. It was up there for a while.
It was absolutely up there for the grabs. Keenan Davis is on the outside, and he's going to be running a curl route. Vandenberg throws it a little too soon. Look how it just floats out of the reach. I believe that was C.J. Morgan, number 27. And Davis is able to find that ball, but he came back to it. And that's what a good wide receiver does. He comes back to the football, grabs it, takes himself up into the end zone.
He certainly helped out his young quarterback. So now, 3rd overtime. Virginia Tech and East Carolina scoreless. That's following after our overtime game. Vandenberg had it batted down to the line. It looked like big number 90 got up there, Cleon Lang, and put the paw up. Timed it. You don't get penetration. Read the quarterback.
Hands up. He's stymied at the offensive line, but right when the throw happens, he jumps up, gets his big paws on that football. That's a terrific job. Detailed play by Cleon Lang.
He's from Edmonton, Alberta. 6'4", 300-pound junior. They're tied at 38. 2nd and 10 Hawkeyes. Underneath was available. Came late. Martin Manley's got it. But if he gets him early, it looks like he can go the other way with it.
He would have had green grass in front of him, especially with an accurate throw, but he had to wait. Martin Manley actually had to come back the other way after catching that football, but now another 3rd down situation. Vandenberg got away with the floater on the last series. Does Iowa State pressure? I think Iowa State pressures here, takes their chances in one-on-one coverage on the outside.
McNutt at the bottom of your screen. Their best receiver. 3rd and a little more than 5, almost 6. Vandenberg, good pocket protection, and it's dropped. The man who just made the great grab for the score, Keenan Davis, had it go off his fingertips.
And the first chink in the armor in overtime. Iowa's going to settle for a field goal. Keenan Davis wants that one back. It was in his hands, and he had nothing but green grass in front of him. An accurate throw as well. That is right on the money from Vandenberg. That ball's got to be caught. That was in 1st down territory.
And he also had space with Martin Manley there to block for him. Flag comes up. Ooh. The mark-off.
Substitution penalty.
Yep, the illegal substitution. Now, that's a tough one for Kirk Ferentz. 4th and a yard. Place kicker looks over. Mike Meyer.
I don't think you take your chances, you know, with as good as Iowa State has been against the run.
It'll be a field goal try of 35 yards. Snap was a little bit low for the last time. John Winkie did a good job. He got it up. Now for a 3-point lead. What a stroke. Nice kick again by Mike Meyer. So a 3-point lead. The opening is there now for Iowa State to win.
Keenan Davis had that ball go right through his fingers on third down, would have kept the drive alive. But it's been all touchdowns in overtime so far today. First it was Iowa and Marcus Coker. Just a methodical drive, and then Steele Jans finds Reynolds in the end zone. The second overtime, Iowa State right down the field, 25 yards in for a touchdown. And then this was a huge third down play. Keenan Davis able to put it in the end zone on a strike from Vandenberg. And now Iowa State has a chance to win after the field goal.
Jans on the shallow cross complete. It's good down to about the 20 to Josh Ledge. Don't go anywhere. As soon as it's over, we race over to Virginia Tech, East Carolina. That is coming up in high definition next. We're in triple overtime in Ames, Iowa. Joel Myers, Joel Klatt, Jim Knox, Steele Jans out of the gun on 2nd and 5 from the 20. Iowa State led by 1. Only once were they on top in regulation. Now, James White with a convoy in front. They get him from behind, short of the first down. Good pursuit down the line. And once again, the linebacker making the play was James Morris, who had a big pick last week and set up a field goal.
James Morris has had a solid day. They haven't run too much right in the middle of that Iowa defensive front, but been pursuing the ball very well. Now a third down opportunity for Iowa State.
Well, Jans do it himself. His wheels have been the difference. Needs 2, and a timeout coming for Paul Rhodes.
Charge timeout.
You ever heard the stadium go quiet that quickly?
that quickly. That quickly. What a huge down for Iowa State. After Iowa settles for the field goal, you do not want to trot a kicker out there, especially with the miscues that they've had in the kicking game today. 2 missed field goals.
Well, we saw Mahoney warming up. Will it be Mahoney if it is a field goal try? Dominic Davis.
Huge play here. Iowa has got to bow their neck.
Well, they spread it. Does he run it again? They've used the quarterback draw frequently.
Jeff Woody's in the backfield. They've used that quarterback ISO.
Needs 2 for the first down. Wants to throw for it. It's behind him, but he grabs it anyway. And what a grab. Darius Darks, a senior from Austin. First and goal at the 8.
Darks had to reach a bit behind him, but is able to get it done. What a crucial third down conversion for Iowa State. Now they're in business inside the 10, an opportunity to win.
They try to snap a 3-game losing streak in this series. Inside give, no. Jans keeps it. And he's inside the 5 to the 4. He doesn't mind mixing it up on the zone read. Brought down by Morris once again. And you can't sub. They're right back at the line. Out of the gun.
Man-to-man, looks like another blitz. They've loved Lenz to the corner in this situation.
Shifts James White in the backfield. Option read. White's got the corner. Touchdown. Iowa State wins. The emotions of college football downstairs. We go to Jim Knox.
All right, thanks, Joel. It's bedlam down here on the field. Coach Rhodes, your very first win against Iowa. The very first game these two teams played in overtime. Your thoughts?
huge credit to our kids. We're trying to become a peak and a plateau team and never sink down into the valley. We could have done it today, and we didn't. We kept playing for the entire length of the game, and I think our kids had a lot of fun.
This had to be extremely special for you. You grew up 10 minutes away from the stadium. Your father, Cecil, who coached here in high school, has been here over 30 years. He's on the sidelines. Your mom passed away this past July. How special was this one for you?
I can't tell you how much.
Thank you, Coach. Joel?
Another look at the deciding touchdown.
An option to the short side versus the blitz. Tyler Nielsen, the outside linebacker, was on a blitz. They had blitzed all day long in crucial situations, Iowa did, and it comes back to haunt them because versus the option, there's no running back player left if you blitz out of it. Touchdown, Iowa State, and the Cyclones win the Cy-Hawk Trophy.
Won't forget it, Joel.
That was a great game.
Great experience. Will not forget it. College Football Saturday continues. Virginia Tech, East Carolina coming up. Then it's Nevada and number 14, Oregon. For Joel Klatt, Jim Knox, it's been our pleasure bringing it your way. I'm Joel Myers. 44-41, the Cyclones prevail. You've been watching Big 12 College Football Saturday presented by KFC. So long, everybody.